So we had a killing by Washington State University. We had a potential stabbing in Washington State as well. Any connection to the Idaho Four? Let's get into it. Empowering True Crime Alex here. And if you haven't heard, the Idaho Four was 4 students at the University of Idaho who were killed, died by stabbing. And as of today, was a month ago and a couple of days, happened November 13th. No suspect has been found and no murder weapon has been found. So while I pull up an article on another potential connection, I received some notice of this, and I wanted to share with you guys there was a standoff by Washington State University. And so the reason that this was really important or noteworthy to share is I did a little, well, let me just get into the details first. So it says Pullman man killed by law enforcement during standoff. I'll share this. This is KATU.
The WSU campus. Police there in Pullman say it ended this morning with a SWAT team shooting and killing a man who had holed up inside an apartment. Investigators say the 30-year-old man had threatened to kill his roommates last night and then barricaded himself in the apartment. Officers evacuated the entire complex and ordered people to shelter in place. Crisis negotiators spent hours trying to talk the man into surrendering. Police say that failed, and the man was shot by a SWAT officer.
Well, so that was an obviously unfortunate outcome, yet, you know, they did have a SWAT team in there, I'm sure very trained to know whether something is escalating or not. So apparently it's called Pullman, not Pullman. Pullman, Washington man was shot and killed by a law enforcement officer Wednesday night after a standoff at his apartment near Washington State University. Pullman Police Department said in a news release that the man, who was in his 30s, was shot and killed by a member of the Whitman County Regional SWAT team after he reportedly began firing a weapon from his apartment. Police were called to the home just before 8:40 p.m. for a reported weapon offense, according to the news release. The police department said the man was threatening to kill his roommates who were evacuated from the apartment. When officers attempted to talk to the man, they said he barricaded himself inside. And so when crisis negotiators and the SWAT team arrived to the scene, police said the man began firing shots from the apartment. The area was evacuated, and Washington State University students and staffers were told to shelter in place. The man's name was not released. So it's just interesting, you know, I think that a lot of what makes this relevant and interesting to talk about is that it's another university very close. The first thing I did when I read about this is I Googled directions. I did a Google map, and I did the map from the location, actually from Washington State University. I don't have the exact map or the exact address here okay, why is this going crazy? Okay, there we go. To 122 King Road. And that it says fastest route is 8.4 miles and 14 minutes. Originally, I actually just said Moscow, Idaho. And that's even shorter. That's a 12-minute drive and 7.9 miles to, I guess this is probably the center of Moscow downtown. So very close. And, you know, the idea that this could be potentially, you know, if there is a potential for a serial killer, this might draw some concern. And I'm sure that might have put the roommates on higher alert. You know, maybe I don't know. I mean, all this is just complete speculation. I'm just thinking what might go through the mind of somebody, you know, the roommates with, this is close to a college campus. There's a man waving a gun or a weapon. And so what could be going on in the mind of somebody, you know, the roommates. So yeah, I'm sure that there was a lot of concern from the roommates if he was acting erratically. And so what this other report that I found said, update at 10:09 a.m. today, the man shot and killed in Pullman by SWAT team following standoff. WSP officials says no connection to the Moscow murders is apparent. So I just wanted to make sure so when I first saw it, the first thing I thought of course, was what there might be a connection. And so it says that there doesn't seem to be a connection to the Moscow murders. However, considering it's so, so close, there were some reports I saw on Twitter that maybe the people involved, the students maybe, the people involved maybe knew each other or follow each other on social media or something to that effect. I don't know all the details. That's just speculation. But I did think it was important to just note that as of right now, there doesn't seem to be any connection with this. So then this other thing that I saw, Jennifer Koffendorfer actually posted this. Shout out to her, ex-FBI, who's been great at giving insight for way back in the Gabby Petito case. I saw her with a lot with News Nation and now with the Idaho Four case as well. She posted this: man stabs 4 people with hunting knife in unprovoked casino attack. Authorities say that. This was posted by ABC7 Tuesday, December 13th. It says a 41-year-old man has been arrested for stabbing multiple people at a casino in Washington state, according to authorities. The Clark County Sheriff's Office said Scott Harmier, 41 of Vancouver, Washington, is facing 4 counts of first-degree assault. And okay, so it doesn't say any more here, but I do know that the Jennifer Koffendorfer did post that there was no connection. Actually, let's just go there and just see, just to make sure, because I remember reading that and the article didn't say it. So let's just make sure here. And if you aren't following her on Twitter, it's Koffendorfer FPI. She's really great. Man commits assault with a knife at a casino in Washington state. No connection with Idaho stabbings noted. So it doesn't say, so I guess what her point was, and I actually misread it. What I thought she meant originally was that there was no connection to the Idaho stabbings, but now I'm reading it and she's saying that that they didn't note any connection to the Idaho stabbings. So right now, it is possible that there is a connection. Speculatively, there could be a connection, but there was no connection noted. So we'll probably need to wait to see what comes out from Moscow PD. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and check Moscow PD and see if there's there is an update, and it doesn't seem to cover it here. I will just go ahead and check this real quick and just see if there's anything that in rumor control, but I don't believe that there was as of this time, which is 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Let's look at rumor control and see what they say. Oh, this is interesting. It's interesting to note here that the 1999 double stabbing was in Pullman, Washington. There have been numerous media inquiries about it. So now they're going to have to make mention of this new Pullman, Washington incident and see if when they update that. Okay, so as of right now, there is no connection. And so we'll wait to see. It's been a lot of people are frustrated, including the family, residents in the area, concerned students that graduated, or well, obviously students that graduated left, but anybody who had, finals this week, a lot of people students have been working remotely. And so people are afraid in the community because if person hasn't been caught and we don't know if we're dealing with serial killer or not, then of course there's going to be concern in the area. And so what are your thoughts? Do you think that there might be any potential connections with any of those killings or stabbings? Pullman is just, pretty close, just about 8 miles away. So there's concern there that there might be some connection because it's close to the university. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And, as always, we, prayers and thoughts to the deceased and their family and loved ones. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that there is any connection? And of course, if you enjoyed my videos, like the way that I cover true crime, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification for more empowering true crime updates. Lots to cover. I'm going to be sharing some more insights on misinformation in this case and some other cases coming up, so that I can help educate you guys on, what to look for and different things to consider when you're reading the media. With that, stay safe, stay thriving, and have an empowered week. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell button for notifications. Thank you.